Rock 100.5 KATT. It's Cameron Buchholtz here with comedian Rory Scovel. What's going on, man?
Hey, not too much. Just out on my tour, getting some dates in, and the usual. How about yourself?
Oh, looking forward to the big show here in OKC Saturday night because yeah, you're going to
Yeah,
be at Tower Theater, part of your Know Your Enemy tour,
yeah.
which is a pretty massive amount of dates, man.
It has been. I think as you start booking them and you start lining it all up, you just get excited to have work, and it's only
Mhm.
when you look at the poster that it dawns on you, I may have overbooked.
Yeah, I mean, because you I think started was it
Dates.
like early October and you go all the way through like
Yeah,
mid-April, something like
yeah,
that.
that's right. Yeah. So we're in the thick of it.
Indeed, yeah, about halfway through, but I guess just how it's all been going.
Yeah, it's been great. I enjoy it. This is probably the first time I had a tour in 2023, and this is probably the soonest I've put an hour together to get back out on the road. So yeah, I clearly enjoyed that 2023 tour because I threw myself right back in it.
Yeah, I mean, I think you played Oklahoma City, I believe, on that 2023 tour
I think so,
at a slightly smaller venue. You were at Beer City Music Hall, and you moved up to the bigger theater this time.
that's right. Yeah, I loved it. I loved the Beer City Music Hall. That was really a cool venue, and that crowd was amazing. And yeah, I thought that show went really well. I was like, I think we can get a few more people to come out this time. So yeah,
What size venues are most of the places on this run?
man, it is all over the place. I have played as small as a venue that holds 50 people, and then I think we go up as high as about 1,500. Uh,
Okay.
in different markets and in different spots. So I kind of like that. I kind of like it because it sort of naturally and organically molds the show into being a little bit different in each space. There's something to the act I think that has to be performed in a certain way when it's a giant old school theater that holds 1,000 people, and then when you're talking to 50 people in a club, it's a little weird to give that same kind of presentation. So yeah, I prefer it. I like kind of the eclectic vibe of it.
Nice. And now, do you already have a date in mind that you're going to be filming for the next special?
Yeah, we're going to shoot in Seattle. We're going to do two shows in Seattle at the Neptune Theater on April 10th, Friday, April 10th.
Okay. And is that like basically the last date of the tour, or pretty close? I'm assuming.
It's so close. We have
Yeah.
one more show the very next night in Vancouver,
So
other city I'm not performing.
Vancouver's going to get the short end of the stick because you're not going to care at that point.
No, I mean, yeah, there is a way to look at it like that, but I think it'll actually probably be a quite energetic show, just knowing that here we are at the end of the road for sure now.
Yeah, that would actually, it might be fun. That one, the pressure's off. So it's just anything
That sure
goes.
is way off. Yeah.
But now the Neptune, how big of a venue is that? I'm vaguely familiar with it, but it's like a mid-sized theater.
It is. Yeah, I think it's about 700 people. We'll obviously have to get cameras and stuff in there, so
Sure.
you're killing a few seats. But yeah, I played there for the first time back in 2023 on that tour, and man, that Seattle crowd just shows up. I've been going to Seattle since I went full time comedy for my actual job back in 2006, and so yeah, they show up and they're great. So I'm excited to be there.
Nice. Yeah, it's always it's good that you're doing a venue that is comparable to what you actually perform in night to night.
Oh yes, yeah,
Because I it's always funny to me when it's comics that are all always in comedy clubs, and then you see their special and it's a 3,000 seat theater or whatever, and it's like, well, what? Like,
I
this isn't
know.
representative.
It's not representative, and also it's tough to, as we were just talking about changing the act when you're in certain spaces. Some of these bigger venues are new to me, so it's sort of a new style of performance that I am learning, and I sort of learned it on the last tour, which is why we've kind of stepped it up a little bit on this one. But I know what you mean. You can really tell when someone's not accustomed to that kind of space.
I mean, I feel like almost all of those old 30-minute Comedy Central presents have that vibe.
Yeah, that's probably the most accurate of that scenario
Mhm.
because so many people are just like, "Hey, we plucked you out of this club to come and do this, theater." And yeah, I imagine it's pretty jarring.
And now your last special actually was an HBO special, which is, I mean, I guess at the time it was called Max, but it was an HBO special. And That's kind of that's a big deal, man. That's a long standing in stand up history, like a big mark on people's career.
Yeah, that meant a lot to me just because of our childhood. There's so many greats and legends that you saw on HBO, and also, HBO Max, whatever you want to call it, was that they only pick so many people that they're going to make a special with at a time. Which there's a plenty of people they didn't pick that they could have picked. But the advantage of that is you do feel like you're going to get their attention when it comes to marketing and promoting the actual thing that you made. So yeah, I think for me, career wise, it was just something I wanted to do anyways because it just felt like that. Getting that Boy Scout badge of, oh, I did this, I got this far, I made this thing I used to
Mhm.
watch as a kid. So yeah, it was very cool.
Yeah, and you're totally right about HBO. Like I don't know how many stand up specials they put out a year, but it feels like it's maybe once a month, if that.
It's
And
so low. Yeah, it's around that. Yeah.
so yeah, you definitely get the attention and don't maybe get lost in the shuffle as much.
Yeah.
And now, when people are coming out to see you, where do you find that they typically have found you? I mean, is it online clips and TikTok? Is it your HBO special? Is it just kind of all your Conans? What?
I think I think it's all of those things, but I
Hmm.
would say probably this tour, I started working with a buddy of mine who is actually a comedian and on the tour with me. His name's Danny. He has kind of taken over all of my social media, and he actually knows how to do it. Whereas I've
Hmm.
been faking it this whole time, and I'm not even good at faking it. I mean, I really, at my age, I have no idea how to. Suddenly learn how to do that part of the job when
Hmm.
it wasn't part of the curriculum for
Yeah.
the whole time. It was always just, hey, go on stage, be funny, and in a sad way, you kind of hope for the best, just see if
Hmm.
you get plucked or not. I do love it now. I do love that there's an opportunity to showcase yourself. But I would say more and more people are starting to show up because they finally found me through the marketing and promoting that he's doing on all my social platforms. It really is critical at this point in
Yeah.
entertainment.
I mean, I feel like I see you pop up in my algorithm a lot. I don't know. Some of it might just be, that you're coming to town and that sort of thing, but it all, builds for sure.
Absolutely, and it's getting in that algorithm and just letting people see it over and over again. And if they see a little joke that's posted and they think that's for them, and suddenly it's like, oh, he's going to be in Seattle or he's going to be in Oklahoma City, like people jump on it. I know that I'm no different. I've come across bands and stuff in a similar way.
Mhm. And now, actually, talking about bands, that was the next thing I was going to ask you about. Like, this is a rock station, so we certainly play our fair share of Tool. Kind of talk to me about your Tool fandom and how you kind of followed them on tour with your
Yeah,
tour and.
yeah. I became a fan of theirs when I think I was 16 years old, and their album Anima had come out, and it was like December. I saw them live, and it was just kind of maybe the first time I really attached to a band. It was just something I really it just spoke to me in a way, and so yeah, I've been a fan since high school, and then. Yeah, some comics and I put a tour together when they came out with Fear Inoculum to just go to wherever they were performing, literally to just go see as many Tool shows as we could.
Hmm.
Because they hadn't put out an album in 13 years. We thought, let's go do this.
Yeah.
And they found out about it. The guitarist Adam Jones found out about it very quickly and offered us access to have tickets and backstage passes and meet everybody. I mean, literally the first show he had already
Oh,
like
wow. Okay.
it was almost like getting to go to the final boss right when
Right.
you pressed power on the game. Um, and so yeah, we got to know him, and then when COVID hit, that tour following them around and their tour all fell apart. And Adam and I both at the time living in LA kept in touch and kind of just started a friendship. And yeah, it's been amazing. It's been very surreal to become friends with those guys over the course of my career, especially. I mean, if I could tell my high school self that, it would be
Sure.
bonkers. Yeah.
And I mean, they have ties to comedy. I mean, the Bill Hicks stuff is all over Anima. And
Oh yeah. Bill
was there
Hicks
ever?
just on that album, but also they were in the first episode of Mr. Show, and they
That's
were
right. Yeah.
all LA, the LA alt comedy scene. Those guys were just as much in the mix with like David Cross and Bob Odenkirk and Janine Garofalo and that whole scene. Yeah, back in the late '80s, early '90s for sure.
Now, has there ever been a talk of you opening for them? Because I mean, they have a lot of eclectic different openers, but can't recall a time that a comedian's ever opened for them, and I imagine that's a really tough gig.
They have had some comics, like David Cross, as I just mentioned, has opened
Mm,
before. It is a tough scenario, I can only imagine, to open for a band like that, with the fans being like, "Just give us the music. We don't even care what this is." No one,
mm,
no one signed up for spoken word. I will say there was one gig they had in Colorado, Loveland, and they did need an opener, and they did reach out to see if I wanted to do stand up to open the show, and I was like, as much as that would be amazing, I just know what I'm walking into.
mm,
I will say I regret that I said no, because the person who said no was high school Rory, who remembered seeing, the mosh pit and everything back in
mm.
the 90s. When in reality, all of those fans now are like my age, and they would have sat in their seats and probably just watched me tell jokes, and probably would have loved that was the opening act.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
So I would say no again. I would say that. Yeah.
I've definitely seen some opening acts for Tool be very ignored. So that's kind of the worst I think that you would really be dealing with. It's not
Yeah.
quite the same as opening for Slayer or something.
Yeah. I think at our age, most people being like, "Oh wait, I can just keep sitting here and watch someone talk to me. I can do
Mm.
that."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now the last thing, and then I'll let you go. But I do want to mention, and I don't expect you to remember, but we've actually met a few times over the years.
I gotta say, you look very familiar.
I
Yeah.
do stand up as well, and you actually were on my podcast forever ago, like I don't know, 15, 16 years ago.
You're talking about the dawn of podcasts.
I was pretty early. I was pretty early, and then I sold my soul and just got a radio job. But we recorded at like some random Irish bar on like 14th Street in Manhattan.
Yeah. Okay.
I can't remember the name of it, but I think like Mark Normand and Matt Ruby ran a show there. I think is probably why we did it there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I had to mention that, whatever. So, but super stoked for the show Saturday night, and Tower Theater
Yeah.
OKC is where people can go to buy tickets.
Yeah.
And who do you have opening for you? I know you sort of mentioned it was a
Yeah.
Danny. That's
Yeah, my buddy Danny Dunn and Jeff Tice are two guys that are opening up the show. We've been touring around. I've known Jeff for quite a while, really long time actually, and yeah, I've gotten to know Danny a lot of this year. So it's been good. I think it's a good mix for the show of content.
awesome, man. Well, appreciate the time, and we'll just see you Saturday night.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll see you then. Thank you so much.